Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jai here, and welcome to another episode of Marvel Mondays, where I talk about the latest episode of What If. And this one is called What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. Basically, this is what happens if what would happen if Killmonger, played by of course Michael B. Jordan, rescued Tony Stark when Tony Stark was doing his weapon thing in the first Iron Man movie. Now, of course, he never got to make the Iron Man suit, so that would mean that Iron Man never existed. So in this one, as always, I always look for virtual signaling, and of course, this episode is full of virtual signaling. Yeah, I didn't really want to cover this one, but my commitment. So here we go. Basically, what happens is he puts Tony Stark puts Killmonger in charge of his security. I gotta move. I got people around me. Oh. Sorry, folks, I had to up and move because people came near me that are using the park for another reason, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so he makes Killmonger that is security, which according to Happy, played by Jon Favreau, had he says that was supposed to be my job. Now continuing on. At one point, he does have an idea of a protection of weaponry, an idea of weaponry that he can use to defend the United States. And he says, and this is probably like the one funny part I liked. He looks at it, he goes, looks kind of weird, doesn't it? He goes, or something like that. He says, like, what? I like anime. Here's the thing. Michael B. Jordan is a huge anime fan. Case in point, why he had that outfit on. He actually chose that outfit because it looks like he basically looks like Vegeta from Dragon Ball in the outfit that he wore in Black Panther. So he finds, they were like, well, we don't really have the material, the metal strong enough to withstand things. He goes, I know where I can get some. He of course contacts the that arms dealer that was played by Andy Serkis, again in this one, Andy Serkis, and well, of course, he's stopped. Their meeting is infiltrated by T'Challa, Black Panther, voiced once again by the late Chadwick Boseman. Again, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. He ends up killing him. Killmonger ends up killing T'Challa. He also ends up killing, the arms dealer, like he did in the movie. And like he did in the movie, he took the arms dealer to Wakanda. Only this time, Wakanda is still being ruled by T'Chaka. T'Chaka hasn't died yet in this one. At one point, he does end up killing Tony Stark, taking control of the military, then leaving it and joining Wakanda and going to and they end up going into a big fight. It's it wasn't exactly the best episode. This I probably was like my second least favorite behind the previous one. And of course, we're going to talk about there's a ton of virtue signaling because of course he's being the whole they're basically doing in a way their own way of BLM, Black Lives Matter. Because he before he kills Rhodey, he says, and of course Rhodey is played by Don Cheadle. He tells Rhodey that he wears the uniform of his oppressors. I'm like, oh jeez, here we go. Here we go, the virtual signaling. I'm sorry. Stop it, please. You're trying to tell a story. Leave the woke virtual signaling bullshit out of it. Anyway, like I said, I didn't really like this episode, and it's not because and it's not because this whole. I'm tired of the virtual signaling. You can virtual signal all you want elsewhere, but not on this. Until next time, this is Wolf Jay saying thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves.